Hello there. How is everybody? Is this coming through? Is this live? I have no idea. Apparently it's live. How is people? And well done, MZ, for becoming first. And Luke, you missed that. You was on a roll, but MZ got there first this week. So tough cookie. Yes. Sorry. I'm getting a bit of Depeche Mode. I do like a bit of Depeche Mode. How is this actually coming through? Because I'm getting error messages coming up. So if anybody can actually tell me in the chat if it's lagging or anything, because I don't know why it's lagging, because there's nothing else happening at the moment on the computers as far as I'm aware. Good evening. You say, well, that's the thing. It's like I'm just going, what the hell's going on? All this stuff is happening, and it's telling me one thing, and then not, and I cannot for the life of me figure out what the hell's happening. So it's going to be one of those mysterious days, I feel. But anyway, thank you for joining me. And where the hell have I put everything now? Oh my giddy aunt. I am having a right nightmare tonight. Oh dear. Oh. It's very laggy. Right, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know why, because I have internet connection. It's a little jumpy picture wise, sound is okay. Well, that's something at least. Honestly, we've had a few problems the last few weeks, haven't we? Where there has been some sort of laggage going on, which is ridiculous because we're a hardwired system. On here, on my OBS, it's fluctuating because there was one time when we had that first stream where it was getting a bit laggy, and we had a program running that was downloading, so that may have had an effect. But yeah, it's a little bit crazy, and it's disconcerting when that happens as well, because I'm just getting all these messages coming up, and I start like freaking out, going, "Can they hear me? Can they hear me?" And at the moment, I don't know if it's coming through on the speakers, but next door has been having a garden party all day, and it's still going. And at the moment, they're playing Toto's Africa, which isn't a bad song. It's an enjoyable song. Most people know it. But it's all the chatting and all that's going on as well. I was like, and that's my impersonation. And kids laughing, and there's a couple of women cackling, a couple of guys, as they do. Welcome to Essex. Yeah, how has everyone been? How's since we last spoke, was it Wednesday night now? What have you been up to? Anything exciting in the last couple of days? Me, done no hobby whatsoever. As I said on Wednesday, this weekend, well, Monday is my son Thomas's 18th birthday party. So there's been lots of running about getting last minute bits and pieces for birthday shenanigans parties and all that sort of stuff. So really no time at all. So the last thing I did was Wednesday night on the stream, which was building a couple of Marines. So yeah, it's been very strenuous, but they're going back to college and school after next week, I think, actually. Bloody hell. So hopefully I'll get some more hobby back. Now, are you just singing that, Edwin, or did you actually hear that? I'm actually surprised they weren't singing, because any party that comes on, you're instantly, I blessed the rose down in Africa and everything, because that's what you do, apparently. Ordered weapons for the... What weapons did you get, Luke? Because I have not been in the Titan Owners Club chat that much, apart from just now when I posted up a link for this. I don't know. Did you buy more fists? Alright, what am I doing? Right, okay, that's... Oh, no, right. I did put a picture of a rhino. I've got a rhino there, but then I realised I haven't done finishing bits with these dudes, so get these out of the way because OCD dictates that I should, and get that sorted. But yeah, so what has everyone been up to? That's the main thing, because I like to know. I like to know that you're all okay and everything's groovy. We've got shipping confirmation for your custodies. Excellent. Did anybody order anything today in the pre-orders? You know, I'm only saying that because obviously the big one, which was Siege of Terror, Echoes of Eternity, the next novel, the book 7, by Aaron Dembski Bowden. Yeah, that's going to be out next week. I did pre-order it on Amazon back in March, but they're quoting delivery a couple of weeks later, and I'm an impatient fucker, so I'm not hanging on 2 weeks for it to be delivered. So I just thought, sod it, I'm just going to get it. Ordered it from GW, no delivery, so just paying for the hardback. And hopefully, because they're doing the Audible audio book released as well, I will get that on Audible, because I have a few bits out for that. Bits voucher now, tokens for it, and yes, so it's all what's on plan for me for next week. Although the plan. 2 Quake cannons, two Quake 2 Reaver Gatlins, and Las Blaster for Gatling Carapace. Oh, no fish yet, so if I have no money, we'll do later. Almost ashamed a minute, but I'm managing. Nice. No, there's nothing wrong to be. There's nothing to be ashamed about getting a limited edition. It's when it's the fact that within moments of them being sold out, they're appearing on eBay for like £230, at like opening, you know, and it's just like, that's just wrong, you know, because I people will buy them though. That's the thing. It's just a shame, you know. But that is the age in which we live in, by all accounts. Yeah, so tough titties to us. Right, I'm going to whip these things off for now. There was other stuff that was released as well today, or pre-order. Hey Mac, how are you, buddy? You just a pop in, or are you hanging out this evening? they're winding down next door now. It could be. Oh no, no, town called Malice. Flashbacks to Billy Elliot. FOMO is a thing. Everything's a thing. Oh, what a twat. Hey, nice. I know you pop in just to say hi and all that, so it's lovely to have you hanging out with us, buddy. What's on the table for you tonight? Oh no, they're singing now. I feel like Graham Norton at Eurovision. Oh, they're singing. Oh. Been a mental day. Fitted new tyres on the bike. Got a fucking bunch. That's happened to me. It's happened to me as well. Brand new tyre. Drive home and bosh. There it is. Like a bolt sticking in there. So luckily, it was only like a repair. So look, cost me 10 quid to repair it. Well, I took it into spare tyres, swapped them over because I have a full size spare tyre, so that was handy. But yeah, last thing I want to do is drive around with a screwed up tyre in my car and then get another puncture. So I got it sorted out as soon as I can. But let's say just a repair job, a brand new tyre was £10 from a local place around the corner. So easy. Lancers to get done, nice. Oh, they're on madness. Also managed to fit the Contemptor Volkite autocannons for the front and rear sponsons on the Warlord. Oh, right, so for the Ardex weapons. Ah, cool. That's not. You're looking for the cool look, aren't you? It's because it's obviously not a thing. No, this was a nail right through the wall. Ah, right. Yeah, because I say if it's on the side or corners, yeah, it's screwed, isn't it? If it's in the sort of middle section of the tyre, then that's fine. Because obviously it's when you're going around corners and it can cause a bit of an issue, which is not good. Weird children noises. I don't know if you heard that. Honestly, I thought that kid was in the back garden. Rule of cool just means that all I have to do now as first did it with my Warbringer. Ah. No, there's nothing wrong with the rule of cool. We all know this. That's why it's a rule. And it's cool. Right. They're playing madness again. Oh, no, they've realised they've already played it. House of Fun now. Traditional British fair. especially in the southern reaches. The jam, madness. I'm sure they'll get black lace on at some point. So it's a bit different from the usual fare of you know, boy racers in their cars doing wheel spins in the car park, or gratuitous fox fucking. But yeah, it just goes to show there are people that exist in this part of the world, not in a reclusive chamber somewhere. I was tempted to put a contemptor power claw on the rear. Should have magnetized it. Magnetized it so you could, you know, if you wanted to, stick the old power claw into the rear. Gosh. So, pistols. So, as some of you know, if you obviously was in the stream on Wednesday, I was at my friend's wedding yesterday, which was really good. Really happy for the happy couple, because they're just, you know, just one of those people that you know that they are really honestly into each other full on. You know, and it's just really nice that, you know, it's like a fairy tale come true. You know, for all us jaded people out there, torturing children now. Excellent. Oh, yeah, there they are. Murderizing children. But yeah, it went well. Lovely weather. Met some lovely, interesting people. Ate a lot of vegetarian food, which for me is, I think that's probably the first sort of, well, it was definitely the first ever three-course meal of full-on vegetarian shit. It's not shit. It was actually quite nice, and I ate things that I don't normally eat as well, and I didn't throw up. So, and I wasn't, well, to be fair, I wasn't drinking that much. I had a beer in the afternoon and some glass of wine and champagne to toast the happy couple. And yeah, didn't leave until about 9:30. So that was that really. Yes, he is Edvin. He's swapping out. It's Ruler Call. So Volkites in the back of the Mauler bolt cannons. Well, no, the Mauler bolt cannons at the front. It's the las cannons are at the back. So because obviously the front of a Titan has a lot of forward-facing weaponry anyway. That's why they put the Maulers there. Funny enough, it was Mackey's on the way too. So I had obviously a double sausage and a muffin because I knew that would see me through until feeding time. I had some snacks in the car with me as well. So because it was a good sort of hour 45 getting down to well, it's Berkshire, near Bracknell was where the wedding was held. So had time. There was a bit of traffic on the M25. Nothing unusual there. But yeah, it was it was a good time. Yeah, really enjoyable, and so everyone was lovely and friendly and all that. And I was sat on the family, well, one of the family tables, so the children. Um, and I say that because obviously it's his brother and sisters, and they're sort of well, one of the partners and a father-in-law of one of the partners. Volkite frontal. Oh right, okay. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And I think it would look better on the Volkites in the front as well, anyway, because it just looks cooler. Because you'll see it more often. I just realised that I left the box, my bits box, indoors. So I'm just going to nip in, grab that quickly, because otherwise I can't do anything with that dude. Well, because I don't want to give him a plasma pistol, you know, because the only weapon option you get for the sergeant is a plasma pistol. So I'll see if I've got a Volkite or something I can give him. So yeah, give me 20 seconds. I'll be right back. Just talk amongst yourselves. Give me a moment. Yeah, sorry about that. Get that open. But it's still a bit warm. Not too bad, but you know, I don't want to overheat. Don't like overheating. It's not my favourite thing in the world. And that's the thing. It's like that's the wrong hand. That's not good. I really should organise my stuff better, but I haven't. So I really just want to give him like a Volkite pistol or something. Volkite's the Penta. What's the Volk pistol then? For AT, I actually printed some plasma mortars for my Crucius Warbringer, so when I get a 28mm one, I'm most likely going to have to get something similar for that one. Thing is, I think purchased Thanatar will have far too small mortars to properly replace the AA batteries on the Warbringer. Yeah, the AAs are still going to be, obviously they're going to be more imposing because of the length, but plasma plasma mortar is probably around about. I haven't got one to hand, but I have obviously handled them. So grav flux bombard that you get for Leviathan weapons is like the front part of it is similar in size to the plasma mortar. So maybe you could use grav flux bombard instead, like the ones for not content Leviathans. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. Do 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 do. Bit of scar now. Do. That's that. Volcrite Serpenta. They had. I was looking on that earlier on, Mac, and did not see it. I was going again. Obviously, I went through it the other day um, to. Um, let's try another. I'll just log into the. Even better. Already on there. Um, it's weird that I can't search for it. Oh, Jesus. Right, let's go. But did you go to like coming soon or pre-orders or something, or right, let's try something different. Echoes of Eternity, Audible. Still not showing up on my search. Well, I was searching under Siege of Terror, Echoes of Eternity, so let's try other searches. Right, Horus, you Lupercal, Heresy, Echoes of Eternity. Nothing. Obviously, they like you more than they like me. Yeah, no, I just saw that, buddy. Which is there on the book itself? Is there a way you can actually share that in the Discord, and I'll go in that way? Because honestly, I'm searching high and low. Oh, I just saw Luke's Volkites as well. Gosh, gosh. Just what the hell? So I even search like, let's go back this way. So, that's like no results. Digital books. I just saw your just follow that link. What the fuck? Can sound check? Can you actually hear the music next door? Can you hear when it's playing at all? Just out of curiosity. Um, this is just fucking bonkers, mate. This is crazy. So even going through the website itself or the app, I'm still not getting it. It show up. No, I don't know what you're talking about. You can't have this book. It's wrong. You can't have it. Honestly. Just bonkers. Right, you get a wee bit, yeah. Alright, I'll try something else now. So let's go through the back door. Uh, what? Well, this is just crap. I honestly, like, going through it all, nothing is showing up. I was wondering if they're because I cancelled my order with them. This is. Let's try again. Right, we'll try something different again. Yet again, something even more different than the last time. Oh, even going in, definitely nothing. Oh, fuck them. Yeah, I know, that's the thing. 15 hours, 50 minutes. That's longer than most audiobooks that they've done. Like, even if I go to the library, what was I'd have to download them. Well, I don't know why I would have to download them. Details. Oh, Titan Death was 13 hours 39 minutes. Mechanicum 11 hours 55. Warhawk. 14 hours 15. Oh, I wonder if this could be like the longest siege book. No, Mortis was 16 hours 26. And Mortis is book 5. But then Warhawk is 6, and this one's 7. So unless you've skipped a few. No, how the hell I don't know anymore. I just don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, book 3 within Mortis. Oh, right. Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I knew what you mean now. Sorry, dude. I did enjoy Mortis, obviously, being a Titan Princeps. Hey, Crystal. Apparently, yeah. Which is annoying because I'm getting good status here at the moment. But apparently the sound has been okay. Yeah, it's just weird. I honestly don't know what's going on. Literally, I have no idea. All this stuff is just beyond me. I just press buttons like a monkey, and it works in most cases, but not tonight. So I think this is about the 3rd time it's been like this, really. the first time I remember that there was something downloading on. There's another computer right here, and there was something being uploaded, but that's not happening. So I don't know why there's a bit of lag going on. Makes no sense. Yeah, it probably is the neighbours coming around there with their like la-di-da ways, giving it and just being loud. Like I don't know. Have you? Okay, listen. Can you hear? So yeah, there's a lot of discussion, in-depth debate, no doubt, about the topics of the day. They're allowed to have parties, I guess. Having a jolly time, yeah. It's all that Toto streaming. Yeah. Yeah. It's there is music. There is music playing. So there's a definite drum beat coming over. Um, but yeah, it's just not cricket. I tell you, I come here to hang out with my wonderful hobby friends, and it's just annoying. But normally, as I was saying earlier on, that it's either boy racers over the park there screeching their tyres, foxes having gratuitous sex, hot, angry sex of the fox variety, because they are squealing like sexy foxes. Um, there's a little bit of an outburst there. Um, the kids are involved. Yeah, we had some kiddie screams. I feel like I'm moan. Yeah, that is a bit annoying, isn't it? Because I know that when I've been searching for stuff like videos, I like watching music videos, and then like you're in the middle of that, and then something comes up, you go, "Oh right, I've got to do that," and suddenly the music stops. You go, "Oh, why can't you just go into a little box?" Like when watching Twitch streamers and stuff like that, you have a little box and you can do other stuff. But yeah, so as I said to you earlier on your Twitch stream, that maybe trying to run this. I don't know if I have the bandwidth to actually run, because I know I've done a live stream with Artist Empire recently where he was on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so you can do that. I am furry. Um, I'm just saying, wildlife, they like to have sex in this area. It's probably why I keep on getting the after every live stream for the last sort of month or so. The day after, I get a flurry of comments in the actual video, all advertising German porn sites. So this is Pornhub. So we don't kink shame here. We embrace every outlook. If people want to dress up as a badger and get their kicks that way, pretending to have sex with another consenting badger, or even consenting fox, sheep, cat, crocodile. No, it's not furry, is it? I, I, so- now mentioning it like that, what did you want to see? Oh, 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 Sandra, you cheeky chihuahua. Oh, oh. Who's your badger? Who's your badger? Oh, Mrs. Pipkin, your squirrel bush is very bushy. You're very sorry. Thank you, Christopher. We're not king shaming, sure, but clopping is exempt from that. Oh. Yeah, this is the live stream where I just laugh laugh on screen for ages. Oh, oh. Dear. Oh, yeah. Oh dear. Oh. Join us now as the animals of Farthing Wood have a mass orgy. Oh dear. Crystal just rocks up in here, causes mayhem, and departs. Oh, oh dear. It wouldn't be so bad if it was playing decent music. Oh, fuckeroony. No, we're obviously we're a welcoming bunch, and we accept all from any walk of life, sexual orientation, religion, creed, and all that. As long as we're all groovy, um, and just chilled, that's what it's all about. Hey, no worries, Christy. Sorry. you just Crystal was just here a minute ago, or a couple of minutes ago, because I spent the last sort of several minutes just laughing my ass off. Because I was just saying about, because next door there's a party going on, and so you might hear the occasional, loud voice raised, cackling, kids squealing, or random dance tracks, sort of thing. Not particularly great music, but they've already done something like Madness and the Jam and stuff. I was saying that normally we have a whole host of other noises going on, because it's either like the boy racers in the car park squealing their tires and all that sort of stuff, or it's foxes fucking. It happens, and gratuitous hot fox sex, and obviously she just come. I didn't know you was a furry, Lee, and that just set me off, because then I'm thinking of people dressed as like a badger and like getting it on with someone dressed as a chihuahua or something like that, and it literally just broke me, because then I started thinking about Sylvanian families. So it's just like, because have you seen those things? Forest Friends is on Facebook. It's a page called Forest Friends, where they use like the Sylvanian family models, and it's just like totally wrong conversations and stuff like that, because you don't expect it. You see, oh look, it's a cute little bunny rabbit, and then there's that, and it just I love that really abstract bonkersness about things like that. That really does tickle me. But I was saying, like, it's so surreal, and we're not kink shaming or anything like that, but it is sort of like, when you're thinking about it, like, someone dressed up as a badger or a fox or a cat or a dog, sort of thing, and then getting on with a consenting adult in a different animal costume or something. Yeah. And it's just like where people, we humans, people have watched, naked people at it, porn, all that sort of stuff, and then you just think, like, how is this? I don't know, but is what it is. I'm accustomed to. Well, you're up that sort of. The land of the foxes, Leicester, so it's surrounded by them. All the Leicester supporters. But yeah, actually, funnily enough, one of my friends was an ex-girlfriend, but she, long time ago, and she, when we sort of, like, we're still friends, but she went off and done like university courses and she got into like puppetry and making puppets, and she's done work for like Jim Henson. She actually worked on the Dark Crystal TV series, like making what's it, the Podlins. She was like making parts for the Podlin. She didn't actually do any puppetry on it, but she made stuff. But one of the characters in the show, the people making it was like a witch type Podling, and the people that were making it actually styled her hair on Lexi's hair, so she's got that sort of thing going. So yeah, it was because she was also on this like Jim Henson sort of like Star Search type thing a few years ago, and that's how she got in with all those people and all that sort of stuff. But she, in her own company, used to make puppets as well as costumes. People said, "Oh, I have like a fox costume." And little thing, can we have a little hole here? Little hole there. Paid the bills. It's no different. It's just yes. Yeah, the bastards use my front door front garden as a shit. Oh, and that's the worst thing because fox shit is just the worst. Um, when I was still living in London, when I had my kids over at the flat, and we used to leave early to take them because I was living in Barking, and I had to take them to school in Southend, so we had to leave like 7:15 in the morning to head up to Southend, drop them off, and then I'd go to work in Harlow. So I'd literally go the length of one direction from London to the eastern part of Essex, and then from the eastern part to the west part, sort of thing. But we was walking out one morning, and Thomas, bless him, wasn't really paying attention where he was walking, and he walked in fox shit. Oh my god! It was like, what's that smell? Luckily, he didn't get into the car by then. But the smell of that stuff, oh my god! It just, it was like tear gas, nerve gas, and everything. It was just the most foulest thing. So I really do feel sorry for you that they're using your front garden as a shit, because that's just absolute. Oh, you poor thing. I'd go out with a flamethrower. I would just roast. Oh no, but that's worse. Oh god. Oh, because I was honestly, I was like heaving. I just could not bear that. Oh, Engine Phil saunters seductively into the chat. How are you, buddy? Filipito, just put it out there, but what are you doing next Saturday, which is the 3rd? Tell me, you sexy beast. Do you like foxes fucking? This is the show for you. Oh. Anyway, apart from the talking about fox shit, what was I going to say? Yeah, Chrissy, what are you still working on your death guard, aren't you? Well, if you're not up to a lot, I'm up at Wayland next Saturday. Crystal, who was here earlier on, is doing a little get together, so I'm down there, seeing as myself and one of the other mods are quite local to it. It's kind of, it would be bad form if we didn't turn up when it's on our doorstep. So yeah, she's going down there. There's going to be some like games going on. So I don't know if I'm actually playing anything. I'm just hanging out. So, but I might take Titans or something maybe, and just see what happens. Really, it's like what I used to do with Games in Theory, where just people just turn up and play. So there's a few people going to be down there, but Crystal will be probably taking her Blood Bowl stuff. I will come down to Wayne Games. There you go. See, you pop down, get to hang out with me. I know you love that. And I can introduce you to more wonderful people. Are you hobbying tonight, Phil? And thank you, Chrissy, for your. You're not doing another blight drone, are you? Floaty bloaty. You did a good job with that as well, Chrissy. That was quite impressive. The end results. That's the thing. I can't honestly. I can't remember the last thing I painted. I was watching something. Yeah, it was yeah. What was it? Yeah, Crystal. It was one of Crystal's streams the other night, wasn't it? She had a late one, and I'm sure I got home and I painted. I think it was just the hilt, the hilt of a power sword. I've done fuck all painting. I've really, honestly, it's just ridiculous. It's hobbying. Excellent. Are you Titan hobbying, or are you Dark Angel hobbying? You Word Bearer hobbying? What art thou, Hobbymeister? And they're fucking setting fire to. They're having a fucking bloody bonfire or whatever. I don't know what they're doing. I really don't care anymore. I'm just going to drown my sorrows. Loud, obnoxious people. What's Mark 3 stuff? I just found like some Mark's 3. I sprayed them in preparation for doing stuff. Because I did. That was what I was, yeah. So these were some dudes that I'd ripped their arms off and heads out. Because I was going to give them breeches. But I don't think I am now. What I could do, I suppose, because I was going to do, I don't know. I honestly, my brain is like a sieve at the moment. That's the thing. I'm being distracted. I know I'm being distracted from what I should be doing. But honestly, it is. So it's 10 Mark 3. Oh, secret stuff. Oh, is that the same sort of stuff that Rob was on the other night, but different? So I've distracted myself now. This is not good. We got to sort of like, yeah, keep going. Oh, you two. Currently just removing shoulder pads from arms. Oh, Snoop Dogg. La 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 la. D-double-G. La 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 la. Weirdly, Lee, I'm painting more brush trim. Oh. Oh no, not us two. Shh, you. No. Ow! Bum flaps. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's, I don't even get into animated over trying to remove someone's arm from a shoulder pad. Oh, Cypress Hill. They've evolved. Yeah, it's, friends, I'll break now, have some non-Fox related late night business to attend to. Well, you go and defox yourself. Fox off. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Hope you're alright, and see you again in the future for more sexy Foxy updates on Fox fucking channel. The Element Games are selling the Iconoclast for 70 quid. Yeah, how much was an Iconoclast normally? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. So, obviously, when I was in, because I got an Iconoclast when I was up Warhammer World back in May for the week. No, was it May? Yeah, well, it was May. For the Horus Heresy Shindig thingy, and I was exchanging some kits and stuff like that. So I got rid of that and basically nerd. Thanks, Sam. How are you? Thank you for dropping in. Are you hobbying? Are you just chilling out and thought you'd pop in and call me a nerd? So I'm currently just removing shoulder pads from Mark III arms. Luckily, because these were actually, I swapped a large Iron Warriors army that I bought with my friend Brian Jenkins for a load of Thousand Sons that he built and painted. So it's like a full company of Thousand Sons. And I've never played with them, so I was considering making a breacher squad. So I was taking off arms and stuff like that, but I'm now in the mood where I'm thinking like, can I actually be bothered to maintain this army? And I can't. I really can't be bothered. You know, I'll always play Emperor's Children, or obviously I'll at some point play my Till turquoisey dudes at some point, but Emperor's Children are my bag, my jam. 100, yeah. So I'm okay. Yeah, I'm not too bad. You might hear in the background there's a party going on next door, which has been going on all day apparently. So, and they're playing not great music. They're having moments of awesome, but not that many moments of awesome. So I can't really appreciate it. And plus the camera's being a dick again. Not the camera, the stream's being a dick, and there's no reason for it to be a dick, which is the annoying part. And they're playing Vanilla Ice. Is this like, is this some sort of surreal episode of my personal hell? I'm not drunk to sing along to Vanilla Ice, although I know most of the fucking lyrics because like I was there when he turned up with his fucking quiff, doing his thing. Gosh, yeah. Sorry I wasn't around for your stream yesterday. I was at attending a wedding in Bracknell, which was pretty awesome to be fair. So I noticed when I got home on Instagram, live now. I thought, oh, she's up late. She's doing a live stream at 11 o'clock, and then oh no, it was posted 4 hours ago. Oh right, okay. Right, it might have been 5 hours ago. I can't remember, but it was like it was late. It was. How is the Leviathan kits? Because I haven't got any. I'm still working on my backlog of stuff, and then being distracted by other things, obviously. So was it? Have you done? You've done a Contemptor as well. You did do a Contemptor, didn't you? Because you've done so much stuff with the Death Guard, and those new kits as well. The head upgrades. What is your opinion? Because I think I mentioned them that they were. I thought they was the sexiest one so far. What do you think? You've been tired like where's all this content you're putting out? All this awesomeness, and you put a lot into your work as well. So of course you're gonna be tired. Are you doing lots of commissions at the moment, or you just try to just ease through things? Yes. Yeah, no. So you're doing quite well with those the floaty blooties. It was quite impressive because like I have not got the patience to do that sort of shit. It's just like I don't really like dirty. I like lived in sort of tanks and armor sort of thing. There's been about a bit. Had its ass handed to it a couple of times, and looks the part. Not going OTT, but I know I've seen like some guys where doing Death Guard in particular, they just go full on, just throw loads of shit on it, sort of thing, which doesn't really sort of do the model justice because you can lose a lot of detail doing that, surely. But so you've done really well with that floaty bloaty. Because that's for Joe, isn't it? Joe's Death Guard that you're doing. Not, I think it would, yeah, I don't know. That's somebody's stuff. No. Weathering's one thing. When you slopping stuff left, right, and centre, so it's just like super oozy. I've made up. Sue me. Don't know. Please don't sue me. I have nothing to give. But it's just I like to see a bit of the model and not just be like covered in stuff. Oh, your Death Guard. I thought. Oh, that's where I'm getting confused because you was doing Joe's Imperial Fists, yeah. or you're doing something for Joe for his Imperial Fist. Painting Death Guard for his Imperial Fist. Super Uzi 9mm. Hasta la vista, baby. I'm distracting myself. God damn it! Just well, I've done one thing I was hoping for, was getting a Volkite pistol on this dude's hand. So that's cool. I'm calling that an awesome hobby session so far. Right. It's been so hard this last few weeks with kids being off school holidays and college and all that sort of stuff. So just been distracted by a money spider. Need that. 1, 2, 3. So I don't get a lot of time, free time during the days, on my days off. So I've not been as prolific with my hobby. As I said, I started building these about 3 weeks ago. Actually, maybe even longer. I built these before I went out to Aaron's. So, and in between that, admittedly, I did build those Lernian Terminators and the Praetor models. So I did do some stuff, but yeah, not as much as I would have hoped and done. No, it's not you. The for some reason, my what do you call it? Oh God, monkeys. Yeah, sorry. There's nothing else being using the internet, and for some reason, I'm getting a bit of warnings. At the moment, it's saying it's good. Normally, it says excellent. But yeah, it's the screen. Can you still hear me though? Because that's what normally still works. So I'm just continuing talking without knowing what the fuck's going on your side of things. So is the sound still working? Because so you're not missing much on the screen, to be fair. Queen Latifah. Right, we'll do some basing. So if you've not seen it before, this is my basing tub. We have in here various parts, grains of sand. There's some bits of green stuff. There's some flock that is just turned up there. There's some other granules of hobby material. The little rocks there, which were Army Painter rocks, I think, like the corky ones, and there's some stony ones in there as well. Oh, look, some plastic bits from a Titan. Surprise, surprise. So much stuff goes in here. The white stuff is not cocaine or heroin. It's it's bicarbonate of soda. Because if you do not know, I've not seen me do basic stuff before. I use super glue. I know that lots of people use PVA and stuff like that. I use super glue, and mixing the grains together, especially with bicarbonate soda, because that stuff sets rock solid instantaneously as soon as it contact with super glue. so it holds together well. I can add more to it, very fine layers to give like undulations on the bases as well. But it's my sort of go-to technique with basing. So if I get some shop clear, there you go. I'll spread it. So I'll show you. See, so that's half, roughly. So throw a rock on, throw another rock on, and then a pinch of this. So a bit of sand, a bit of bicarb. So you've got a little fine layer there, because what you can also do is then, as I say, add a bit more super glue to sink into around parts, and then using the bicarb, sprinkling that on, just helps fill that in and makes that more secure. Sorry, makes that more secure by doing that. And that way you get a little bit of texture, but you get a nice bit of mixing with the different grains of sand and bits and pieces. So it gives it a more authentic sort of, you know, rough, not uniform sort of look. Yeah, well, some crazy dude mentioned about the bicarb thing many years ago, and I've been using it ever since. I don't know who he is, but a legend has it he was a mystical monk from mountains high somewhere, and yeah. Okay, it was you, Phil. Okay, you told me about bicarb, and I've been abusing it ever since. I've been dining out on the ability to stick rocks to bases. Although you was teaching me to do that with um, as a sort of setting locking agent on stuff. Um, but yeah, so you get your nice little base, not too much. If I wanted to raise up the heights on a bit of areas, then yes, I can add smidge more. So it's a very gradual lift, but as I say, it doesn't take that much effort to do. So I know there's a million and one different sort of ways of basing stuff, but I really like how that comes out. And then obviously once you spray it and stuff, because I always use a Halford's grey primer, and then I'll use lead belcher on the actual model. So I try avoiding that. And like with all my bases, ever since for the last 4 years, in fact, since the advent of Adeptus Titanicus, 4 years. Oh my god! I've used the same technique on here, which was basically well, I have changed it. I used to use Astro Granite, and then I used this technique with Astro Granite over it, and then realised that Astro Granite is pretty much Mechanicum dark, standard grey. So I just stopped buying Astro Granite and then just using standard Mechanicum standard over, dry brushing it with Tyrant Skull, and then Agrax, and it looks how I like it, sort of urbanized sort of thing. I might do a little bit of dry brush over it, depends on mood I'm in, or how light or how dark I've gone with the Agrax. Because sometimes I might water down the Agrax just to spread it out more and just give it a little bit more lightness to it. But it just works. It does what I want to do. What I want to learn is like the grass, like static grass, but without the static doohickey. Because knowing me, I'll electrocute myself. Um, which some people would hope I did. I know. It's just good to know I'm the power behind the throne. There you go. See. I always give credit. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, no. I used to use before they changed it. Um, Armageddon Dust was my go-to. Like my Emperor's Children, in particular, were Armageddon Dust. Um, Fuji's. Sorry, um, but they did sort of. They changed the formula or something, so it's slightly different now. I'm gonna do this. Whee! Oh, look at that! Look how random. You can actually brush over afterwards because you do get a little bit more bicarb than you actually need. So once it sort of had a chance to sort of dry, just give it a little brush over with an old brush. I know Chrissy didn't order anything today on the pre-orders, but did anyone else get any pre-orders done today? I know I did ask this earlier on, didn't I? But then I got obsessed with with Mac telling me that it was on Audible, and I can't find it on Audible. Well, even Mac even put, for those that joined in after all my sort of you know torment of trying to find it on Audible, because Mac managed to find Echoes of Eternity, put it on his wish list. So he's already got it all in his little box on his Audible account. Sent me the link kindly, and I pressed the link, and it goes, "No, I've done away with all about it, Gov. No, there's no books around here. Sorry, you're gone." So yeah, frustration. Because obviously I want to listen to the audio book as I drive to work, and I have the book, so I've got the book, and so I can read the words. Actually, would do with a book, unless I just want to stare at it. Well, I'll do a bit of that anyway, but it's annoying. Thought I heard a kitten. Oh, there is a kitten. It's behind the chair. Over there. Follow my arm. There she is. Franny. Franny. Hello. How long have you been behind there? Say anything. People are watching. Blink. Oh, you just lay down there, mate. Okay. So, special guest, Franny the cat. Then you are blessed. Normally they're down on the floor. You can hardly see them. Yeah. Say hello. Meow. Say hello. Meow. Meow. She's so noisy in the morning. Literally, you go downstairs. Meow. Meow. What? I fed you. I've given you water. I've given you love. What more do you want from me? It's nice having a little friend hanging out. Franny has a sister called Manny, But Manny is as close to a homicidal maniac that as you can get in cat form, because you can look at Manny and go, "Oh, what a cute little cat," and she'll just like look at you, and you can sense she will do you harm. Fuck off, Dad! I'm not a performing monkey. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm just making sure that you're doing your thing right, Father. Yes? I do the blinky thing, because if you look at cats, if you stared at them, they think you're challenging them, so you have to blink, and apparently that's a cat smile, because they're miserable fuckers. So you smile with your eyes by blinking at them slowly. Yeah, and if they blink back, oh, you're cool. If they don't blink back, you're in shit. They're gonna make you pay. They're gonna. She moved. She's on the pillow. She's. Oh, really? Oh, I apologise. That is just. I'm sorry. She's having a bath. Privacy. Privacy. Oh my God, cat. There's a whole like 5 people here. Sure, we're all adults. We've all seen cats wash themselves. How'd your live stream go? Oh, it was great. I got upstaged by a cat. I had more clicks, views, and everything. The cat was having a wash. But yeah, no. Franny is actually the one cat that when I would be like playing something on the Xbox, she would actually come sit with me and just like sit right next to me, just watching the game. It was actually quite sweet. So I like Franny. Franny's cool. Although she's really not skittish, not like her sister Philip. Yeah, we thought it was a boy, it was a girl, and we can't justify changing the name, so it's Philip stayed. Because, it's the name. I mean, we spent the last 2 years looking at cat's arse on people's cameras. What? You're lucky Crystal isn't here. She'd probably accuse you of being a furry as well. I know she was only joking, but why are you looking at cows? Was that picture I posted up in the group the other day? Felix has come in to say hello, and then it's like virtually sitting on my face. It's just like, oh my God, there's cat butt right there. No. Please don't fart. Please don't fart. No, it's Philip, and I think it was more of a protest. So not going to change it to Philippa. No, it's Philip. Who are you to tell us to change it to a feminine name? People have cats. They come up and they just want to show you their butts. Yeah, it's a friendship thing. Apparently, yeah, snuff my butt. We can be friends. yeah, it was one of our cats that sadly passed last year. Lego. She was a beautiful, like grey tabby cat, um, and she was like the princess of the cat empire. um, and yeah, that's what she used to do. She'd come up and it's like, oh, and then suddenly, oh, it's, there's your butt. Oh, thank you, Lego. As a human, I don't know how to react to this, but I treasure this moment. Thank you for sharing your butt with me. It's always like the thing about cats bringing home dead animals, sort of thing, because it's like you're not eating enough, love. I brought you a vole. Here's half a starling. There you go. Good old Wash, bless you. Hey, Felix. Dun dun dun. Yeah, apart from the occasional joggy camera shenanigans, but the sound's working, so that's the main thing. Yeah, it's friendly when cats do it, but when I do it, it's called harassment. So are you saying that you show cats your ass? I want to be your friend. I just dropped me cats. Excuse me, sir. You're that's an indecent assault of a kitten. I just want to be its friend. Yes, it doesn't work that way, sir. Yes, I don't know if Rob's going to be dropping in. I'm actually surprised. Ivy's not about, but she might have been. I'm not sure if she's. I don't think she said that she was out this weekend, but she might be. Who knows? But but so yeah, the other week we had Booby Wednesday. This is Butt Saturday by the looks of things. Anyone will look. There's places you can do that, I'm sure. Some more random dance tracks. Yay! That's the thing. Like I like all sorts of music. Obviously, because of my natural disposition of being a tall, hairy dude, um, it's bit rock like, if you know what I mean. But I love there's bands that to look at me and just go, hold on a second, you like listening to Alicia's Attic, and I go, yeah, I love their harmonies, and I'm not joking, I actually do. I love beauty in all its forms, be it music, be it literature, be it the visual medium sort of thing. But yeah, I like all sorts of music. But obviously, you have your favourites. Um, it's weird, like with the whole. Hey, it's Rob. Say, mention his name, he turns up. The Yeah, sorry, and this wedding I was at yesterday, um, which was, as I said, really awesome, beautiful coming together of cultures, sort of thing, Indian and British Irish sort of thing, because Christy is of Irish descent, although his dad's you know being British, sort of thing, but somewhere along the line the O'Connor clan came from Ireland. But I was there and it's been a long day, and I'd let my hair down, sort of thing. So much I went like full sort of like Viking / Saxon king type scenario in a suit. And there was one person, oh, you've let your hair down, sort of thing. Oh, yeah. And said like, oh yeah, smell your hair. And I went, oh, you can smell it if you want, sort of thing. It's not a problem. And this other woman was gone, oh, no thanks. I'm like, what? That's a bit hot. What you think? Because I've got long hair, I'm like a greasy, unkempt sort of person. My hair, I'm like looking at her. Well, my hair is probably in better condition than yours, you know, because I wash my hair regularly and I use the right sort of conditioners for my type of hair, and it smells nice, you know. And I'm saying it because it's me. It does smell nice because it's clean, you know, and well looked after. But it's just like, well, it's a bit judgmental, isn't you? Sort of thing. I didn't respond. You know, I'm not going to kick off. But it's just like, well, that's a bit like, you know, your preconceived ideas. Because I'm a tall guy with long hair, you automatically think it's all dank and greasy. Bit harsh. Anyway, one of my mates has a Rottweiler. She, when she first met her now fiance, she had to put the dog out of the living room. Started getting jiggy. The dog would jump up beside him and growl right in his face. Better that than the dog wanting to join in. I'm just going to say that. We're not going to go there, you know. So a weird thing. I remember seeing this thing on TV. It was on a YouTube, and it was like, you know, like where you like they see interviews in shows and they comment on it, and this kid in America was having a deep, loving relationship with a Corvette car, not boat, car. The car was called Chase. It was a male car, and he's like opened himself to a film crew and basically like, you know, talking about his love for this car and how he caresses it and, you know, lays underneath it. Yeah. It's a strange old world we live in. Like, it's almost 10 o'clock. There's kids still up. I don't even know what this party is for. Like, we weren't invited. Not that we would have gone. Aye, mouse. Mouse in the house. The ultimate in assassin of bot technology. How are you, mouse? Oh, this is actually quite mellow compared to what was going on earlier on. We have Kitten. I say Kitten. She's about 12, but Kitten Manny came up from behind the armchair there. Oh, hello, Manny. And she's jumped down there and then started washing herself, like on live stream. She just didn't care. But yeah, we've gone to some weird places so far today. There was furries mentioned earlier on, which broke me. And yeah, but it's been a nice little stream. Everyone's busy doing hobby, some secret projects. I'm assuming Rob, that you are also doing secret projects, or are you actually doing your own stuff today? Dexter hated Brian for months too. If Brian left his shoes in, it would have dog would piss in shoes. That was some proper sort of like glam rock just then, I think. But yeah, yes, welcome, Mouse. How are you? And what have you been up to? Are you still doing commission work at the moment? Your Alpha Legion stuff. Oh, you just finished it. All right, cool. You tease, Rob. You tease. Get to work on my Charybdis soon. May not be finished this weekend, but have a few extra days. Ah, cool. I use bank holiday anyway, so you'll crack that in no time. You'll do it. I have faith. I believe in you, Rob. Yes. Get on there. My little bowl of bits of crap. Oh, bouncing off the back of his power pack. Ah, just throw you in there. Sod you, dude. I regret nothing. Bought to start on the boy thousands. Ah, nice. This cat will not get off my desk. A paint water is too tasty. Yes. The brass is done, and now I will go sleep. Well, thank you for joining us this evening, Chrissy. It is always lovely to have you here, and I hope that you've enjoyed the randomness of this evening. And I'll catch up with you at another junction, no doubt. But yes, and obviously when you post pictures, I will like the fuck out of it. Okay. Because I know it's going to be good, because you get the Chrissy guarantee, the full-on duck honk guarantee of awesome. What's that? It's got blue-green on it already. Base is done for it, so I need to get details and transfers. Nice. Brass. The brass is cool. Why is Sons of Forest Green so shit to work with? I don't know. Don't touch the stuff. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Sorry to hear, Mac. I've not used it myself. I use Vallejo instead. Well, I think Crystal, where she's been doing her Sons of Horus, because she's actually really enjoying it as well. I think she used that, but you use airbrush, Mac, because I find, especially when doing armor with that sort of shit, much easier. Because obviously I like the lighter hues, because that's what you get when you're using airbrush. Not because it's like quicker, but it just lightens it up nicely. When I was doing my Tau army, I was using initially Deneb stone and then not Zandri, what was it? That other stuff. You know, Rackar Flesh. Rackar Flesh painted on it looked shit. Looked fucking awful. Put it through an airbrush though. The the saturation is totally different and just looks, you know, so much better. So yeah, maybe try that if you airbrush, or if you've airbrushed it already and you don't like it, then I'm out of ideas, mate. Sorry. Nah. That's also first or not. You're I think like the fourth first person, so forced. Say it with an accent, you'll be fine. I think the party's over. 10 o'clock. Oh, kind of missed the ambience of the party. Party. No, having to paint as it's on the trim of the Nazis. All right, okay. Well, white brushed on is a pain, but if you do, oh yeah, you use ink, didn't you? I still haven't, because you've mentioned it, using inks before. I think Rob's mentioned them as well, hasn't he? About using white inks, and I still haven't got round to experimenting. Yeah, Forest. Yeah, pretend you're from Jersey. Actually, Mouse, I've been talking about you recently in various conversations, because where I've been speaking about obviously having friends um, around the world, and where we've actually spoken on this very show. Um, I was saying about how, like, when you was going for like your friendly local game store, which is like a 2.5 hour drive, and yet British people, we can't be asked to do a 2.5 minute drive anywhere. And just, it was that conversation we had about the differences to mentalities about going somewhere for a drive to arrive at a destination to do stuff. Whereas, like, you guys are a lot more, you know, yeah, road trip sort of thing. Whereas we're a little bit insular and like, no. Oh, it's 5 minutes down the road. Oh, fuck that noise. So I didn't use real names. Um, I may have said Senor Moose or Senorita Moose. And then they went, oh, who? Ah, see? I got smarts. Brass. Yeah, it was also, what else? It was talking about, it was at the wedding actually yesterday. Because it was also talking about, yeah, I was talking to this young guy called Farhan, and we were talking about something, and then I said, "Oh yeah, you just want to be careful of banjos." And I went ding ding ding, because yeah, that was it. Because this other guy called Nick was talking about going out into like the wilds of Essex sort of thing, and it's like doing a DJ set in a pub in like Brightlingsea or something like that, which is like, you know, part of Essex, but it's like, you know, everybody knows each other in this village or whatever, and he just felt very odd. The only way I can describe it is like if you ever watched American Werewolf in London, at the start before Werewolf Attack, they go into a pub which is actually a northern pub, like up in like Yorkshire Moors, and they say, "Don't stray from the path." That's sort of like, I suppose, like our version of hillbillies. And it was like that. And I made this comment about, oh yeah, be careful of banjos. Ding, 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 ding. And this guy just looked at me and said, I don't get that. I went, what? You don't know of dueling banjos, sort of thing. And he's like, what's dueling banjos? I went, what? And then spent several minutes talking about the legend that was Burt Reynolds and a selection of his films that he was in. And yeah, so yeah, it's weird. From Essex to the Appalachians in one small leap, and then the career of Burt Reynolds. We also talked about Cannonball Run and Smokey and the Bandit. Hey, Sophist, dude. I got a Reaver, and it's the only cure for it is more heresy. Excellent. Doing it right, dude. 9-hour drives will get me about 3 states distance. Yeah, exactly. It's good. Well, that's the thing. It's like you watch the Cannonball Run, and it's like, oh yeah, the record is like 33 hours. And you go, wow. Speed limit 55, and for years I honestly thought, was it 55 kilometers an hour or 55 miles an hour? We're going around doing 70. In Europe, you can go whatever speed you like in certain places until your fuel runs out. With the education, I was also from Deliverance. I then went because this youngster had no idea, and then this other guy Nick, who was with us, mentioned about like Wolf Creek or Cabin Fever or something like that. You know, and he's like, oh right, yeah, like Scary House in the Woods sort of thing, yeah, or The House in the Woods. Is that something? I don't know. And then I mentioned about the one of the greatest underrated movies out there, which is Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is basically like those sort of like teen going into the woods, being attacked by hillbillies, but from the hillbillies' perspective. And it has Alan Tudyk in it, and it's just brilliant. It's so bonkers, and you all know how I like bonkers things, like, you know, fish elves with their fish friends walking around kicking ass. Yeah, Cabin in the Woods. Yeah. You can do that in America too. We just call it Arizona, as long as you don't get caught. Understood. Arizona and most of Texas. And New Mexico. Nevada? There as well. But yeah, so if you haven't seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, I do recommend it because it is a bonkers movie. Yes. Funnily enough, on my way home from work, I was listening to Eastbound and Down, which was convenient because I was heading eastbound. Because I work on the west side of Essex and reside on the east side of Essex. But that's the thing, the county of Essex is only like 40 odd miles across, 45 maybe. I think overall the widest might be about 50, 55 miles maybe. I don't know. Right turn, Clive. Any which way but loose. Now I don't think I've mentioned this story. I may have many moons ago, but I can't remember telling it on here. Tucker and Dale was also Beyond Words. Once upon a time, and this is about 20 years ago, in another carpet company I was working for, this older, maturer woman came into the store, well dressed, well presented, but she was pretty much a dead ringer to the woman from like the old girl in Any Which Way. She was also in The Outlaw Josie Wales as well. can't remember her name, unfortunately. But she looked like her, and I was just like, oh, she looks like the woman from Any Which Way But Loose. And she was saying, oh, because she was very well posh spoken. So do you go into London? Yeah, London's like 25, 30 minutes drive on a good day from where this store was. So yeah, we have fitters that go into London. I was in central London. And you go, yeah, no problem. What are you looking to do? And so I want to have like my hallway, stairs, and landing. There's a couple of stairs, and I said, well, we're going to have to come round and measure it for you. Which obviously, if you choose a carpet that you like, we'll arrange for that for somebody to come out and measure. She went, okay. I said, well, whereabouts in London is it anyway? She went, oh, it's just off of Shaftesbury Avenue. And I'm like, oh, because I know a little bit of London. Shaftesbury Avenue is like theatre district, or part of. And I went, oh, very nice. I thought, so this could be a great order. Now, Sandra Locke was the young woman. There's the old woman who keeps on beating up Thingy's buddy, Clint Eastwood's buddy. Clint Eastwood's character was Philo Beddoe. His mate with the cap. It was the old girl with like hitting him with a broom and all that. But yeah, Sandra Locke was actually married to Clint Eastwood at one stage through those movies, I think. That and Jodie Wells. That's why they appeared in all these films. So yeah, I thought, okay, yeah, we'll put that in. We'll come round. We'll send the estimator down to measure it up. We know what carpet you want. So the day for the estimate came along, and I'm as proud as fuck. I'm like, yeah, I've got a big, nice. It's going to be a nice, juicy order. Sandra Locke's the love interest. No, I'm not having that, Judge. I'm not having that. Any which way but loose. Yeah, Sandra Locke's the love interest. Ma was played by Ruth Gordon. Unfortunately, the picture of her is of her in her younger days. Just trying to see if there's an older picture. So yeah, that's Ma, but obviously various states of address. But obviously when she had like whitish hair or something, I don't know. But she reminded me of her anyway. So the day of the estimate has come along, and I'm like really like smug as fuck because like, oh yeah, Shaftesbury Avenue Theatre District, love it, and all that sort of shit. Estimator's gone down there, and I'm talking to a couple, like one of the other salesmen, and Laura, the girl behind the desk, goes, "Oh, Lee, Keith, the estimator's on the phone for you." And I'm like, "Must be my theatre district estimate. I'll just go over to the phone and chat with him. Catch you later." Gone to the phone. I'm like, "You all right, Keith?" And he goes, "It's a brothel." And I'm like, "What? It's a brothel." What do you mean it's a brothel? Basically he'd gone into this place, and it's like gone up the stairs from the street door. The door was open. Just walked it up the stairs, and this woman's going, "Oh, just go into this room here. Just sit on the bed, and someone will come see you in a sec." So he's just got in, sat down on the bed, put his little briefcase on his lap. He's opened up the briefcase, started taking out his pencils and his stuff, and then he's like, "Why am I sitting on the bed?" And as he looked over towards the door, some guy walked past in a silk kimono who's looked into the room, and he's looked at him. Their eyes are met, and this guy's gone, "Oh, hello." And like keeps going, what's going on? And then this woman's come in, and she said, "Oh, you're here to measure up for the stairs." And she goes, yeah. It's like, all right, yeah, come this way. And so he just like completely freaked him out because he wasn't obviously, I've set it up that he should be some nice little old lady somewhere, but it turns out she's a madame or the landlord of a madame. But we got the job. The problem was we had to fit out of office hours, which was after midnight. And so obviously, well, fitters are prepared to do it, but they were going to charge you like time and a half. So it was like £300, and this was going, I say, 20 years ago. So £300 for doing a double stairs landing, very good money because normally you would only get about 110, 120 for equivalent sort of thing. And that was including travel. So the fitters decide, well, we're not allowed in there until 12. Let's go there early so we can see who comes out of it, just in case it was like any celebrities or something like that. Or it's an MP and stuff. So they went up there. They got the job done, no problem. Got paid, no problem. But it's just like, never judge a book by its cover. So that's another theme for tonight. Actually, the woman about my hair and little old ladies who look like little old ladies who are not little old ladies. Did they have something in kind? I don't know. They never mentioned that. Although there was they, they one fitting team that I know of went to do a job for someone we worked with in store, and I get a picture message come through of one of the fitters holding a box of sex toys, double-ended and everything in between. It's like, wow. We normally ask for people to sort of like, empty the rooms of furniture and stuff, and she thought, oh yeah, I'll leave my wardrobe there, and it was full of clothes. And so to make it lighter, they've gonna take the clothes. They've done this. They take the clothes off, put them onto the bed, or put them somewhere so they can actually move it. And then the bottom was this huge box full of various implements of arousement. It's just like when they go like photograph, selfie. And it's like, what can you do in that situation? I've got to work with this person. How can you look at them again? Like, admittedly, yes, people do that stuff, and we all do certain things. I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but it's like when you work with somebody and you find that sort of thing, it's just like, oh, oh, yeah, yeah. I think there was actually one time when they was doing, it was another fitting in another company, and they had to move furniture, and um, it was a bed. The customers had got the small items out, but the bed they couldn't move. Something. So they've gone into the room, and under the pillow was a vibrator. And he's like, "What do we do?" It's just like you're scared of it. It's like it's like those videos you see cats with cucumbers. It's like fitters and like, and you're just like, what do we do? They start panicking. Yeah, yeah. And say it's like I've I've known someone who's worked in sex shops and all that sort of thing. They say they just go in there, read the newspaper. Someone comes in, oh yeah, nipple clamps over there, stuff like that. people have their desires, and those itches need scratching sometimes. You know, I did when I was a teenager. I used to go on. I used to go exploring on tube trains. I used to buy a travel card, which allowed you to travel on all the trains and buses around London for like £3 something. And I'll go to that station, walk around, see what I can find. So Oxford Street, go down Piccadilly Circus, walk around, lose yourself, but then find yourself again, sort of thing. And you find interesting. I think this is how I found Forbidden Planet, just by accident. I didn't know it existed. I walked along and thought, oh, what's this place? It's got lots of cool stuff. And next minute, I'm there every week or every other weekend or whatever. And my friend Jeff, I don't know why, and I don't remember telling him about my sort of like exploring of the London train network and places in London. But he came up to me. He was dating a girl in my class who I incidentally kind of had a soft spot for. And he came up to me and said, you go to London, didn't you? I went, yeah. And they say, I don't remember ever telling people that I used to go out, because I was, at times I was a bit of a lone wolf sort of thing. I'd just go off and do my own thing. Like I used to hang out with the kids around the street, but sometimes I just thought, I'm going to do this. And it was just literally just wandering and exploring, because it was £3 for a travel card. You'd go to McDonald's, buy a burger for 70p or whatever, and what have you. And so he's going, yeah, you go to London, didn't you? I went, yeah, I'll go to London. So will you take us down there one day? I said, what? Oh, what, you and Liz? Yeah. I want to go down there. I went, okay. So yeah, I want to go down and I want to buy her a sex toy. And like it was 15, and I was like, what? Okay. And I, again, Shaftesbury Avenue, down that way, Soho. So you got Chinese food and sex. So we'd gone down there. So I was their pathfinder, led them there, both of them, which was really surreal, because it's like, I'm taking you to a place that sells sex toys for that girl in my class, for you to play with her and for her to enjoy. I don't understand how I'm involved. So went there. Now Liz wouldn't go into the sex shops, and Jeff didn't want to go in on his own, so I had to go in with him, which ordinarily is, I just, whatever, I don't care. It's an adventure. He's gone into one, and it was the first one we went into. Liz is outside, standing around the corner a little bit. We've gone in there, and it's like racks of magazines on the walls, some A stands things, and all that sort of stuff. And you're trying to look. So, well, where is the stuff? So he's gone to the scruffy dude sitting at the back of the store reading The Sun and all that. He goes up to him, and I'm standing at the other end, because I'm like, I don't really want to be in here. I'm like, I'm not feeling. This is not my comfort zone at the moment. I'm quite innocent to an extent. And he goes up and goes, excuse me, where'd you keep your sex toys? And he points to the glass cabinets that is right next to this desk. And he then turns around and goes, Lee, come and have a look at these. Which one do you think would be good? And I'm like, I sort of like deer in headlights. I panicked, because I'm thinking, oh my God, the guy thinks it's for me. It's like, and I went, ah! And I just, like when you're panicking, you're just trying to look like nonchalant, that you're oh, I'm a man. I'm a real man. I like boobs and stuff. And I just like panicked and just went and grabbed the nearest smut mag, which happened to be a gay one, and I just saw that, and then it's just like, I'm dead. So I just put it on the stand, and I walked to this desk, like head down, like I, my life can't get lower than this. I'm a broken man. I'm a broken boy. And then I got to this glass cabinet sort of thing with all these fucking vibrators, dildos, and fucking truncheons, all that. And then suddenly I'm like, I've completely forgotten about it because I'm like, oh my god, that one's got a 3-speed gearbox. Oh my god, that's all like sort of thing. And then he's like, so which one do you think she'll like? Dude, is your girlfriend? Like, it's like, why are you asking? Like, I never said to him like, yeah, I fancy this girl, and you're dating this girl, and you're asking me to come down here to show you where to go and buy these things for you to use on the girl that I like. Is very, very weird. Okay, that looks all right. You know, it looks like a binker. It looks like a penis. She'll probably like that one. So it's just like, yeah, there you go. So yeah, that is just like so bizarre. I love the story because it's just like I just went through so many emotions, so many conflicting sort of situations and stuff. It's like, what? You know, and they say like I never said anything to my classmates, like at school, in college even. I never said anything about, because like, you know, Liz was like, she was a cool girl. She was really pretty, um, but you know, she was sort of kind of not aloof, but like she weren't like, you know, she didn't hang around with like my social group sort of thing. You know, she was their part or whatever, but it was just um yeah. So what can you do? So yeah, that was an interesting Saturday. Oh dear, I don't even know if she enjoyed it. Wouldn't remember by now anyway. Um, Sadly, those places are all 18 over here. Probably a lot less anxiety, if not. That's sweet of you. Well, you know, that's the thing. Deep down, you know, I am the good kid. I always do the right thing, because I like to, like, you know, I like to sleep at night. I have done a lot of sort of, not to say dodgy things, but you know, I've gotten away with a lot of stuff. You know, like sometimes I'm amazed I'm still here. Stupid things that I have done, falling out of windows when drunk and stuff like that. Talking my way out of getting my face caved in. You know, it's one of those many things that are just weird. Oh dear. Um, Lee rolls a natural one. Ask her for fuck's sake. She won't go in there. She won't. That is so English. It was, but that's the thing. Like it's weird, right? Because with the whole like sex, porn, stuff like that. As a small child, I used to like my brothers are older than me, and they'd leave videos on of dirty movies, and I'm sitting there just watching them because it's a movie. I'm not, you know, and that's the thing. I'm not like, I can remember like I was like 4 or 5 years old, and you're watching this. Why is that woman doing that with that guy? And there was no one there to answer my questions, but I'm just sitting there watching them because it was on. It was a film, and there was plot. There was lots of nudity, but then I also saw horror movies like Evil Dead when it first came out, Exorcist I watched sort of thing, and you know, like they say like, oh yeah, it's spider. escape, spider, escape. But then they blame like horror movies for people doing that. But I've not wanted to go out and murder people, and they say like sexuality wise, I'm perfectly confident and happy for people to do whatever they want. I'm happy with whatever people want to do, you know, as long as they don't hurt people, unless they're the people wanting to be hurt. There's that whole shebang and all that sort of thing. But it's not made me into like, you know, like you see on the things like, oh, this person's a miscreant and all that sort of, no, it's natural. You know, people have sex and they do that sort of stuff. You know, if you're involving cars or badger suits, whatever, you know, as long as you're not hurting people and it's consensual, it's fine. Yeah, did I? No, no. I've never visited. Even when I went to Amsterdam, we went window shopping, but I never went into any of the sex stores there. Went into some of the cafes there. Literally, the first cafe was on a day trip, 10-hour drive on a coach. Got there in like before, yeah, it was about 10 o'clock. No, actually, it was about midday. Sorry, we had 7 to 8 hours there, and then travel back. And we went into one cafe. It was me, my girlfriend at the time, her friend, and her partner had gone on this thing. It cost us 20 quid to go on a day trip to Amsterdam. Went there, went into the first place, bought an eighth of White Widow, had literally 2 joints, and I was fucked because it's so much better than the shit we used to get over here. And then we didn't even finish the eighth in the whole day. We went into cafes, had some hash cakes and some tea and stuff, but never looked at the sex shops, which they are quite renowned in Amsterdam. Had that stuff's always so stupid. It might exacerbate the pre-existing condition, but games pretend violence don't cause people to be. No, exactly. You know, exactly. I'm quite a well-rounded person, I thought. Obviously, I'm sure you're visiting here, you know, because this is me. Like people that have met me, such as Rob, such as if he's still with Phil and all that, Chrissy, Crystal. Yeah, this is me. You know, it's not affected me in any way. Obviously, I might have been scared watching like Evil Dead. What's that tree doing? But you know, it's not. Hey Tom, you've turned up at the right time. We're talking pornography in sex shops. But yeah, as I say, like, you know, you take on board everything. Yes, it's a film, it's a movie. You know, might be unbelievable. I've come to fix your washing machine. But, you know, it is what it is, and there's people. It's natural and all that sort of stuff. And you know, fantasy is fantasy and all that jazz. Sorry. um, but you know, lies. You are a deviant. Hey, fair. But no, as I say, like, you know, whatever floats your boat, as long as you're not hurting anybody, unless they want to be, and it's consensual, whatever, you know. Enjoy yourself. You've got one life to live. Make it the most, and just enjoy yourself. Again, without causing harm to others, unless they want it to be done. Oh, you can hear them. Yeah. It has gone a bit lively now. Music. Spider is over here. Hello, Spider. Oh, you can't see. Oh, no, there you go. So as he comes down, I put my finger towards it. He goes, no, run away. To be fair, I was terrified when I watched Night of the Evil Dead for the first time. Zombies were a new concept to me at age 10. That's the thing. It's like Evil Dead. I had no idea what the hell was going on, and like the blue witch and whatever. Jump scare, but I never had nightmares from it. The only nightmare I can remember having was it was my mum. I was in the back room of our house playing with toys, and then it's sort of like cutscene to my mum in the kitchen, and then she's basically like just peeled her face off, and it's just like a marionette's head, and that when as a kid that scared the shit out of me, sort of thing. And apparently my older brother had a similar dream as well. I had no idea what it meant, never looked into it, but it was just weird. Not gonna lie, if I turned up to fix plumbing with that glotty mane, I might question my intersectionality. Oh, you charmer. Look, I'm sure there's been like situations like I can appreciate a handsome man, a handsome woman, sort of thing. You think he's a good-looking guy. Give you credit, sort of thing. And then just like you just go, oh, oh, that hair. Do you need some plumbing? Do you need some plumbing done? It was for me. I had to cycle home from my mates. Oh no, dude, that combination, that would be a little bit freaky. Like, I watched The Ring, like it was I think it was actually the original one, like Ringu, and we was late to the party. It'd been out for a while. No, it was tell like it was the American version with Naomi Watts, and we watched it, and we watched it in the dark because obviously in horror movies you have to watch in the dark. And afterwards, both of us, like me and my partner, was scared to go to the toilet on their own, even like with the because the light switch was all the way over there. It's like over far side of the room, and it was just like we were so like we'd shit ourselves up watching it, sort of thing. So we survived the night, got the light on, and then things were you calmed down a bit, you do your nighttime routine, went to bed, no problem. But as I said, we were late to the party on that, and about 2 weeks later, I'm at work and I'm reading the newspaper, and I've turned the page, and then there's a quarter-page spread for The Ring 2. And like I don't remember, like they'd watch the video, and then there'd be the ring would appear, and if you saw that, you're dead within 7 days, sort of thing, unless you pass it on to somebody else or something like that. I can't remember the premise of it. But as I turn this page, there's an ad for The Ring 2. The ring was there, and no word of a lie, I saw that symbol, and my soul shriveled up within me, and I was like, again, I just died. I was like, just looking at an advertisement, Ring 2 out next week. But it just like the association, because of that experience, and it just shit me up. Fucking mental. I was never really into horror movies much. The only time I ever had a nightmare from something, I literally just heard someone say it happened in the Green Key. Oh, that. No. Yeah, no. Even just reading that, I just thought, what's the green kitchen? what happened in the green kitchen? Jenny. Ah. Don't know what the movie was. It's like 4. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, again, because when we're young, you know, we don't know everything, and like our imaginations just create shit that freak us out. When I was a kid, we lived by the sea. When I first saw John Carpenter's A Fog, I wouldn't go to Bishop and Mums. Oh yeah, no, yeah, something like that would be, you know, again, quite scary. Yeah, because you think, oh, it's only the fog. What's a fog going to do? You know, it's going to devour us. That's what it's going to do. The fog's going to go around us and eat us. That's what we're thinking, you know. Not a good situation to be in. I don't know why I'm putting these here. We've done the basing. We've put some bits on them. Actually, I've got to check because I think he needs some extra bits. He's fine. He's got grenades. He's got grenades. Boisterous neighbours. Packs. Packs. No packs. Are you ready? Yeah, they're picking up the pinball. You got any ammo packs in my bits box? Bits of boxes. Don't let me down. But you currently are letting me down, bits box. Oh, sorry, kitten. Didn't mean to disturb you. Can you hear them? I think Cujo is the only one that ever proper scared me, but that was reading the book, not the movie. Yeah, that's the thing, because again, when you're using your own imagination, that can actually be even worse, can't it? Weapons upgrade. No. I was happy watching sci-fi in general. Horror Seed was a waste of time. Most of the early stuff was wank B movies, and I thought it was just crap. American Werewolf changed that fucking peerless. Yeah, no. American Werewolf in London was a fucking awesome movie, but scary as well. Like when the whole transformation thing, because I'd never seen that before. And I suppose with that sort of connection as well, when I watched A Company of Wolves, which wasn't necessarily, it was like a scary fairy tale, wasn't it? With Helena Bonham Carter. But the whole thing when they start transforming, because it just, you know, clicked in that it was like the similar sort of thing that happened in American Werewolf in London. Like, Bad Moon Rising. I see a bad moon rising. Just by association, sort of thing. It just like makes it a little bit more scarier than it actually is. It's just so like American Werewolf in London, where you've got his buddy like, I'm dead and I'm talking to you while you're in the cinema and stuff like that. It was just hilarious. Yeah, there we go, kicking off. I think it was the Suspense 2 in American Werewolf in London. Yeah, and say it's a good all total movie. Where was the irrational fear I had? Well, you know, it's not irrational. We just don't know. They could be out there. Was saying that because there was back in the 80s up in Southend. There was an incident of the Southend werewolf, was because this guy apparently like fought off like several police officers. Like he was like a real skinny dude. But he just said like really like crazy. It's like tanks up on PCP or something like that. And like because he was a bit hairy in places, they just thought, oh yeah, he's a werewolf because of this superhuman strength. And the in a police cell, like the window things that they open up, sort of thing. Like these were slightly bigger in this particular thing, but apparently he got like his head and part of his thing through it, sort of thing. And it's like and he had to be cut out of the door. He couldn't be like go back or out. Somehow he managed to get through it. So again, it's like one of those urban legends. But you can look up, if you look up sort of like Southend werewolf, there'll be like stuff that was reported about it. Nightmare. Gosh. Gosh. Yes, the howling, the fucking dogs, fucking dog, fucking soldiers. Fuck my life, I could run down repeat. I was actually, I was offered the chance as like a pre-screening for dog soldiers. I was walking around Basildon, and they said like, "Oh, do you want to see a film and all that?" I said like, "What is it?" It's called Dog Soldiers, and I thought, "I don't know, I might do," sort of thing, but I didn't take him up on it. I wish I did now, because obviously Dog Soldiers is pretty fucking awesome. They're not sophists. That's adults. That is adults that are making that noise, not kids. Um, proper Essex boys, like Essex men, gangster. We're doing coming around here. We're gonna have ya. That sort of dudes. Um, men of my age. Actually, might even be younger. Who knows? Who knows, and who fucking cares? I'm not bothered. I don't know what I'm doing with you dudes. I'm sorry. Yeah. Got you out your book. Yeah, adults, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's amazing how the sound transitions between sort of Britain and America, and they sound very similar at distance and alcohol level. I have no idea. They might do, and they might even be there for all I know. And that's the thing. It's like walking out, because where the roof garden is, it's higher, but we've got these like glass panels around. So where they are, they're actually lower. It's just weird. It's like different levels, slowish. So I was coming out. I'm like, I don't want people to like look at me and go, oi, oi, and stuff like that. And like, oh, I don't need this right now. So it's like scattered through, just walked down. Yeah, whatever. Don't look over there. Don't pay them attention. Because obviously, a man with long hair. Oh look, it's a bird with a beard. Yeah, because that's the sort of attitude you get around here. So I'm actually surprised. Well, I'm not surprised because my neighbour to the right here, Clive, decent bloke, really, really good bloke. Always, it's a bit like King of the Hill. Like me, him, and the neighbour from next door but one, we'd all be standing in their carpool or Mark's, who's next door but one, carpool, having drinks, chewing the fat, having a laugh, telling stories, and all that sort of stuff. But the people next door, like you might say, hi, hello, but that's it. There's no interaction whatsoever, sort of thing. They come home late from work. I'm in from work. You don't socialise. Mark, however, if Mark was here, he's actually away, and that was going on, he would have said something by now. Because he gives no fucks, honestly. He's a funny bastard, though. Yeah, junk rampages tend to sound similar. Yeah, they do. It is a bit drunkus monkus. Actually, I've got to shut the door. Sorry, I'm just adjusting myself. It's weird, like, they're now muffled coming through the wall. Kitten. Sleepy kitten. It's got to be, when they finish up, it's going to be really sad to wake her up, bless her. But she can't stay in here. I've got to lock it up. Yeah, no, it's weird. Like, what would you say, like, out of all the films, like scary films that you've watched, which ones? Now, I've got two off the top of my head. Three now. I have three films which there are parts in which scared me shitless. Oh, I'm not even including The Ring in these. That was different level. That was psychological. But I have three horror movies that had something in them that just freaked the fuck out of me. So I'll say the first one, and again, for the majority of this movie, I was like pretty blasé with it. It's like, oh, it's not what I thought it would be. It's not what I cracked up to be. All this news and like, oh yeah, it's amazing. It's so good. Was the Blair Witch Project, and as I said, 99.5 of that movie, or even 99.9 of that movie, I had no flying fucks for at all. It was just like, oh yeah, okay. Did not scare. What scared me? Standing in the corner. Because they mentioned it earlier on, and when the camera comes down, you see her friend in the corner. Fuck me, that just freaked the fuck out of me. And that was it. That is the one thing. It scared me, and it really, it just really did scar me in a lot of respects. The next one was Event Horizon, and it was more the fact that when I watched it with my mates, we were all sort of talking about it and shitting each other up over it, that it made like a psychological barrier. Like you couldn't, no, like we just said, no, it's wrong. It just scared the fuck out of us, sort of thing. And never watched it again. And it was purely because like on the captain's video, where you could, like, in the early days when you could actually like watch video or DVD on slow-mo and you're seeing everything that's happening in the little brief like video clip they have, and we was just wound ourselves up over it. Sort of, we shitted each other up so much over it that we just be like, no, I can't watch it. I reckon I could watch it now and not be bothered in the slightest, but it still has that little callback sort of thing. The last one of the three was Exorcist 3. Not the first one, not the second one, but the third one. And there was actually two bits in there, and one was a jump scare, where you see a statue just move and decapitate someone's head. It's just like you weren't expecting it. It happened, and it's like and freaked. The other one was in the same movie, and again, it just freaked the fuck out of me. Was the little old lady in the old people's home crawling along the ceiling? That just fucking I just went and that was it. No, 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 not having this. No. So no. But yeah, so they're the only sort of movies I can think of, like off the top of my head, that scared me on a level of scariness that was scareful. Yeah, I don't mind much as long as there's no active violence. In our area, I mean, obviously, unless it's Sunday night, then I get a bit bitchy. That's fair. I won't call the police because the POC, and we all know that's not a good idea. Nah. I think for me, because I only saw them mostly and adult, that's different. I'm never really scared from a movie. Definitely got a little freaked out during it at the clown part, but when he first shows up, but not so much the spider thing. I love Event Horizon. I hated Event Horizon. We didn't realise it was actually meant to be sci-fi, so it wasn't ready for it to be horror. Yeah, no, that just freaked the shit out of me. Because again, you're not expecting. Oh, I'm here to see Mrs. Doris, whatever. Oh, I don't know where she's gone. Oh, she's on the fucking ceiling, crawling across it like a fucking fly. That just, what the fuck? Just, you know, damn you little old ladies. Don't need this shit, man. I don't need this shit. Little old ladies, grannies doing your fucking weird shit. No, stop it, little old ladies. But I've seen there was, I think there's one movie, and it's not even something that you actually see, but it just made me feel so uncomfortable because it affected me on such a level, like it like literally like tore my heart out, sort of thing. Which is it's a Hannibal Lecter movie. It's like young Hannibal Lecter, so it's without Anthony Hopkins, but it's like Hannibal, how he became Hannibal, sort of thing. And him and his little sister are like in some Eastern European country where they grew up, and they end up in this like place with the people trying to survive like bleak winter or whatever like that. And then it's just you don't see it, but it's when the guy is basically taking Hannibal's little sister out to basically chop her up to eat, and that just destroyed me. I couldn't watch the movie anymore. That just absolutely destroyed me. I just literally just got up. I've got to go. I've got to go because it just made me feel. I that is just the worst thing. It's like that helpless. No, it wasn't Red Dragon. No, it was another one. Um, no, because Red Dragon is the remake of Manhunter. This was another movie. It didn't have, as I said, didn't have him in it. Didn't even have Anthony Hopkins in it or anything. But it was like young. Um, I'll have to look it up now. Um, uh, Hannibal Rising. Because I actually love all the Hannibal Lecter movies, like so Manhunter, Red Dragon, Hannibal. Um, um, Hannibal Rising is the one that I couldn't get past that. Um, but yeah, it's just Manhunter. I loved Manhunter because you had Brian Cox as Hannibal in that, and the guy who played Will Graham in that went on to do the CSI movies, CSI TV series. Um, but that's the thing, like Hannibal is a bit of an anti-hero in a lot of ways, especially like when you know, yes, he's a cannibal. He likes the taste of human flesh and other organs, and he makes a lovely, lovely risotto. Um, but it's just that it sort of disarms you a little bit. Yeah, funny enough, I just googled it. It had the Ray Liotta's the little scene there. Yeah, because he's still there, and he's like eating his own brain, and he's just like, and he's there with his brain like pan open to the air. Oh yeah, it's just like that's a bit. That's the thing. It's like when you don't see it, you're not like you don't see him sitting there like eating on an arm. Like, oh, hi, Will, you've caught me. Um, he makes a lovely, lovely dish, a meal for himself. Um, but is um, which is weird because sorry, I googled Hannibal movies in chronological order. So they have Hannibal Rising because that's young Hannibal. Then they have Manhunter, then Red Dragon, then Silence of the Lambs, and then Hannibal. But Manhunter and Red Dragon was the same thing because it's the Tooth Fairy. Both for decent. I like Red Dragon. Obviously, Ray Fiennes in it as well. Yeah, great actor. Um, Silence of the Lambs, yes. Hannibal, yes. Liked all of them, and the TV series as well with Mad Mikkelsen and Lawrence Fishburne. I love that TV series because it sort of because it's like a prequel, wasn't it? It's sort of like because we know that Will Graham was responsible for capturing him, but it was how it happened and why it happened and what happened to make it happen. Hannibal 2 over the Alps. They did such a good job with the series because they basically every time you see Hannibal cooking, it's never over. It's just strongly implied. Yeah, and it's freaky. To see such a powerful, scary man totally outfoxed and debased in such a way was the most horrifying part of the whole film. Yeah. The other thing, because it was the first, I say the first one. It was the obviously sequel to Silence of the Lambs, but not having Jodie Foster in it, which is because Jodie Foster, Agent Starling, but I had the name now. I can't think. Juliette Moore. Juliette Amount Moore. I thought she'd done quite well. Like she's like meant to be older Starling, a few years veteran and all that sort of thing, living off the glory days or whatever. So cheers to Spider. Hello, Spider. I see you, Spider. Oh, you're coming down, are you? No, you're going back up. Up you go. Up, 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 up. I'm gonna get you, little Spider. You might see it. No. No, he's not. He's holding his ground. I liked what they did with her, and she's like putting on that southern accent, that southern white trash, used to the lamb. But yeah, no, that was a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, Will Graham. Yeah, the chemistry between him and Matt Mikkelsen was just. It was just. You could see that sort of. I know, obviously, like not in case anyone hasn't seen it and they want to see it, because it is a really good TV series. The whole progression of what happens, and even like the later series when you've got Gillian Anderson in there and Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard was in there as well, which is really good. So this is bad timing, but I do need to go and get something to eat. Fun as always to hang out. Always lovely to have you here, Mouse. You know that you're a part of the family, and we love having you here. So enjoy, feed up, and sweet dreams, happy hobbying, and we'll see you again during the week, hopefully Wednesday and Saturday, of course. So there's nothing more horrifying to me than cruelty humans can do and commit to each other. I know that's a bit heavy, but horror films just don't. Yeah, no, that's the thing. It is that sort of, when you're thinking of monsters, but if you don't like a film where it's the monsters and it turns out it's a human actually, yeah, that is a bit, it is harder to digest, isn't it? Really. But again, I think with Hannibal, people sort of are more forgiving because it probably didn't help that they're going like, oh yeah, because like he only eats like rude people and stuff like that. It's the same sort of happened with Dexter. So if you ever watch the TV series Dexter, you're actually rooting for the bad guy because he's a serial killer, but you're rooting for him because he goes out and kills bad people. So it's very sort of like strange having, but he's a murderer. Yeah, but he's killing people that have killed other people and have gotten away with it. More importantly, because obviously he's investigating the crimes and dealing with them in a different way. Stuff like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't need that in my brain. Rather dream of future possibilities and bygone fantasy. Incidental violence. Like I've watched like a few of the Freddy movies, which again is more supernatural, obviously because he's a dream. I think I've seen a couple of Friday the 13th. Obviously, I know Jason X, which was the future one and stuff. Hellraiser. Again, that's a tricky because it's demonic, so it's an extra plane of existence.